Yo, guys, this is the fourth part of the story about my neighbor. That my neighbor, who, excuse me to say, has been taking a lot of alcohol. Okay, you know, because that day, let me say, I mistakenly asked him to go. Okay, like my actions made him to leave the house and went to sleep in a gutter, which I regretted so much. If you have not watched that video, go and watch other parts from part 1, 2, and 3 of the videos that I made concerning my neighbor. Okay, when you watch the videos, you will understand what I'm saying. So because of that particular incident, I've taken it upon myself that Charlie, I have to be showing concern for the guy. Okay, because Charlie, you have to be your neighbor's keeper. You know, the fact that I don't drink doesn't mean that it couldn't have been me. Okay, it could have been me, and even worse. So I was sleeping. Okay, just yesterday night I was sleeping around 11 o'clock p.m. Then I heard some banging on my door. Right, I heard some banging, and then he was mentioning my name, engineer, engineer. You know, because of the way last time I told you that I have some mechanical engineering background, and so the name they give to me on the compound is engineer, engineer. So I was boom, 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 boom. He was knocking, he was banging at my door, engineer, engineer, engineer. Knowing someone's voice, you know who it is. So I realized that was my neighbor, and actually these days we've been growing more acquainted to each other. So when I heard it, it was just one of those things. I was sleeping, but Charlie, I had to get up and then attend to him. So when I came out, he looked extremely dirty, holding some polythene bag, and then some small polythene bag. I guess it is food. I'll tell you a story about the food too. So he was looking extremely dirty, and looking at the way he was looking, it looked like someone who had fallen and somersaulted a number of times. Man, it's that serious. So I was shocked. I was completely taken aback, and I was like, "Oh, Charlie, what is it?" For the purposes of privacy, I don't want to mention his name. Okay, I was like, "Oh, Charlie, what happened? Like, what is it?" Then he was like, "Hey, engineer," like he was trying to catch his breath. Engineer, I was like, what is it?" Then he said, "Snake, engineer, snake." That's all he was saying. He was like, and barefooted. "Engineer, snake." I was like, snake, where? He was like, "Engineer, snake." I said, "Oh, what is it? What happened? Where did you see snake?" Then at least within that period, he was able to at least, relax more. So he told me that, Charlie, when he was coming home, he was actually coming home, and he saw a very big cobra. And he said he didn't waste time. He just started running. And unfortunately, that place was a little bushy. So there are some of these bush that are kind of rope. So his footwear, the two footwear all came out. The pair came out, and he fell. Charlie, it was miserable. Hey, he said he fell and somersaulted. Thank God that he didn't lose his key, and then the food he was holding to, he didn't lose it. Imagine a drunk person falling and rolling over. It's just serious. I just thank God that he didn't hurt himself so much. The place was soft. So that is it, guys. If you have not yet followed this platform, okay, if you have not yet joined this family for gists, guy, this may be the last time you'll be seeing me on your timeline. Please join this family by following TikTok, follow Instagram, Twitter, X, Facebook, follow. And if it's on YouTube, tap on the subscription button, subscribe, so that Charlie, you'll be able to get the gists, right? So, and don't forget to share this video for somebody to also learn. Don't forget to comment. Let's get interactive in the comment section. Yeah. So when I saw it, I realized, oh no, Charlie, where it has reached, this guy needs food. So I asked him whether he has eaten, and then he said, oh, he hadn't eaten yet, and that was the food he was holding in the polythene bag. I said, okay, no problem. He should go and eat and then take his bath. So I was in my porch, like just monitoring to ensure that he eats before going to bed. So I was in my porch just looking over at his porch. In the next part, I'll tell you about what went on with the eating. I'll talk to you about it. So be in touch. I'll be posting the next part. So after he finished eating, actually, I asked him to go and sleep. As I said, I'll be telling you about the food itself. But so he went to sleep, and the next day we went together to go and look for his slippers, his footwear, where he fell from. Okay, so we went there, and Charlie, do you know that the serious thing about the whole thing? If my neighbor had died out of that running thing, he would have died in vain. The snake he saw, or the snake he saw, in quote, the snake in quote that he saw, which made him to run almost to the point of death. Look, there is the snake. This is what he saw. Okay, because of the drunk nature and and the darkness, so he saw it as a snake. Guys, this is from alcohol. Okay, we love you so much.